Samson Ryan's a really good young ruck, and with the departure of Soldo looking, well, likely to happen, you would think Samson Ryan would perform a bit more or play a bit more next year. You keep going, Jack Graham, he was meant to be this big star, captain of Adelaide in the under-18s or the South Australian team, and he hasn't done much at all. And he's also been linked to Adelaide clubs anyway. Mate Kalina, the American hasn't even played yet. Tyler Sonsi, why do we have him? Judson Clark, he's an inconsistent small forward, but he could transpire to something. Ben Miller, funky. We don't really know where his best position is at the moment, but he's someone that should be playing a bit more. Bagoa, North Melbourne are looking at Bagoa in the market, so you'd think Richmond are probably going to let him go. And then Tyler Young, who was, I thought, one of Richmond's best players last year. Tyler Young, he's someone that we can rely on in the future as well. But look, out of all those young players, first of all, there are no high draft picks there. And second of all, the ones that are good are either past sort of 22, 23, 24 now, or the ones that are younger than us, they just aren't anywhere near as inspiring or as many of them as the rest of the competition. Now, we're going to talk about the obvious coach situation. We have a new coach who's never coached before, Adam Uze. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to struggle. By no means. We've seen first year coach players. I mean, Chris Scott's not a great example because he took over a great Geelong side. Kingsley this year, in his first full year, he performed amazingly with GWS. So there are examples of coaches in their first year doing well. Craig McRae. McRae and Uze are similar in a sense that they have a lot of pre-coaching experience, VFL sides. I know Craig McRae was involved with the Richmond midfield. Hawthorn he was involved with. Uze's obviously come from Melbourne. He's had a lot of experience everywhere, so he can perform, but relatively speaking, and I guess in a generalized sense, if it's your first year as a coach, can't expect much. And he's obviously taken over arguably the greatest coach, or one of the greatest coaches, Alistair Clarkson, probably the greatest for the last 20 years in Damien Hardwick, so big shoes to fill. And the other thing I'll say is a lot of these players on the list, I feel like signed contracts and are playing for Damien Hardwick, such a prominent figure at Richmond. With this new guy coming in, does he get the same respect